Bonjour à tous, hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you found me here. I've always loved the Olympics since I was a kid. I look forward to seeing the biggest competitions of all the sports I don't often see happen all together. I hope you're excited too for the coming Olympics taking place in Paris. Today I want to show you 10 stunning Olympic venues in Paris. Don't be surprised, most of these venues are located in and around Paris' historic monuments and landmarks. I'll show you the Olympic venues starting from east to west in Paris. Let's go, allons-y! Let me show you the Paris map first. The city of Paris is divided into 20 arrondissements, which mean rounding. They are administrative districts of Paris. The 20 arrondissements are arranged in the form of a clockwise spiral or a snail shell starting from the middle of the city, with the first on the right bank, which is the north bank of the Seine. Accor Arena, or commonly known as Bercy Arena, is an indoor sports arena and concert hall in the 12th arrondissement, which is the most eastern arrondissement of Paris. Accor Arena is the main venue for the annual Paris Masters ATP Tour tennis tournament and hosts the annual LNB All-Star Game basketball event and the Grand Slam Paris Judo tournament. This pyramidal structure with its sloping grass-covered walls is a venue for the 2024 Summer Olympics, hosting the basketball finals and the artistic and trampoline gymnastics events. The closest metro station is Bercy, which also serves the finance ministry across Bercy Boulevard. If you want to know more about Paris Metro and how to go downtown Paris from the Charles de Gaulle Airport, please watch the Summer Packing Tips for Paris plus 2 best ways to go downtown from Paris CDG Airport video. Hôtel de Ville. Hôtel de Ville means City Hall in French. This grand City Hall building in the 4th arrondissement has been the headquarters of the municipality of Paris since 1357. The south wing was originally constructed by François Ier, or Francis I in English, beginning in 1535 until 1551. The north wing was built by Henri IV, or Henry IV in English, and Louis XIII between 1605 and 1628. It was burned by the Paris Commune, La Commune de Paris in French, along with all the city archives that it contained in May 1871. If you want to visit the Commune's Wall, Mur des Fédérés in French, where 147 Paris Commune soldiers, along with another 19 officers, were executed on May 28, 1871, and other famous graves to the most visited necropolis in the world. Please watch How to Find Your Favorite Tomb at Père Lachaise Cemetery video. The outside of the City Hall was rebuilt following the original design, but larger, between 1874 and 1882. The Olympics' longest event, the marathon, will start in front of the Hôtel de Ville. You can get off at the Hôtel de Ville station on the metro lines 1 and 11. Now everything gets closer to each other as we get close to the center of Paris. And if you don't mind walking, you can get from one venue to another on foot. Place de la Concorde. Place de la Concorde is the largest public square in Paris and is the venue for 3x3 basketball, breakdancing, BMX freestyle cycling, and skateboarding. The centerpiece of the Place de la Concorde is an ancient Egyptian obelisk decorated with hieroglyphics exalting the reign of the pharaoh Ramesses II. It is one of the 2 obelisks which the Egyptian government gave to the French in the 19th century. And at this very place, Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI, as well as Robespierre, were guillotined during the French Revolution. From the Place de la Concorde, when you look towards the west, you will see the Avenue of Champs-Élysées and the famous Arc de Triomphe at the end of the avenue. If you're wondering what to do in Paris, please watch the 10 Things to Do in Paris video. Now we'll go to Grand Palais first before crossing the Seine River, even though Grand Palais is slightly further west than the next one. To explain where we are, I'll show you a map. The Place de la Concorde is on the north side of the Seine River, which is called the right bank because when you stand facing west towards the Atlantic Ocean, it's on the right side of the Seine. Grand Palais is by the Avenue of Champs-Élysées on the same right bank side and near La Place de la Concorde. Grand Palais. Grand Palais, or Grand Palais des Champs-Élysées is officially called, will host fencing and taekwondo events across the Olympics and Paralympics. It is a historic site, exhibition hall, and museum complex located at the Champs-Élysées in the 8th arrondissement of Paris. This glass-roofed iconic building was built for the Universal Exhibition of 1900. The building was designed to be a large-scale venue for official artistic events. It also hosted many important sports events such as the 2010 World Fencing Championships and the final stage of the Tour de France in 2017. The Grand Palais temporarily closed to the public in March 2021 for significant renovation works. It will reopen in time for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. The closest station to the venue is Franklin D. Roosevelt Station on lines 1 and 9. Le Pont Alexandre III. Le Pont Alexandre III is a deck-arch bridge that spans the Seine in Paris. It connects the Champs-Élysées quarter of the 8th arrondissement with the quarter of Les Invalides standing in the 7th arrondissement. Le Pont Alexandre III was constructed for the Universal Exposition of 1900 like Le Grand Palais, and named after the Tsar Alexander III of Russia. This ornate and extravagant bridge is the setting for triathlon, road cycling, and marathon swimming events. If you want to know all about the Seine, please watch my All About the Seine River in 10 minutes video. There are many metro stations close by, but Invalides Station is the closest one. Invalides Station is a station on Line 8 and Line 13 of the Paris Metro, as well as a station on RRC. This station is on the left bank, or rive gauche in French, which refers to the south side of the Seine River or the left side when you face west or the ocean. Now we are on the south side of the Seine. Esplanade des Invalides. Esplanade des Invalides, in front of Les Invalides, is said to be the venue for archery, cycling, as well as the marathon finish line. Les Invalides is a complex of buildings in the 7th arrondissement of Paris, containing museums and monuments, all relating to the military history of France, as well as a hospital and an old soldiers' retirement home, the building's original purpose. The complex also includes a former hospital chapel, now the National Cathedral of the French military, and the adjacent former royal chapel known as the Dôme des Invalides, the tallest church building in Paris at a height of 107 meters or 351 feet. The Dôme des Invalides has been converted into a shrine of some of France's leading military figures, most notably the tomb of Napoleon. If you want to learn more about Napoleon Bonaparte and see Napoleon's tomb in the Dôme des Invalides, please check out the All About Napoleon Bonaparte and his favorite palace in 16 minutes video. There are two metro stations close to Les Invalides, La Tour Maubourg on line 8 and Varennes on line 13. Grand Palais Éphémère. The Grand Palais Éphémère is a temporary exhibition hall built on the Champ de Mars in 2021 to host exhibitions while the Grand Palais is being renovated for the 2024 Summer Olympics. The building is built facing the Eiffel Tower on the Champ de Mars in the 7th arrondissement of Paris. Grand Palais Éphémère will host the wrestling and judo events of the 2024 Summer Olympic Games. The closest metro stations are École Militaire on line 8 and La Motte Piquet-Cornell on lines 6, 8, and 10. Champ de Mars Arena. Champ de Mars Arena is an arena built for the 2024 Summer Olympics. This temporary open-air stadium is a venue for beach volleyball in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower. Champ de Mars is a large public green space located in the 7th arrondissement of Paris, between the Eiffel Tower to the northwest and the École Militaire to the southeast. The construction of the École Militaire in 1765 was the first step towards the Champ de Mars in its present form. Jacques Charles and the Robert brothers launched the world's first hydrogen-filled balloon from the Champ de Mars on August 28, 1783. After hosting the Summer Olympics, it will host the 2024 Summer Paralympics before getting torn down in late 2024. The closest metro stations are École Militaire on Line 8, La Motte-Piquet-Grenelle on Line 6, 8, and 10, and Champ de Mars Tour Eiffel Station on RRC. Now we are going back to the other side of the Seine. Trocadéro Pont d'Iéna. Trocadéro, site of the Palais de Chaillot, is an arena in the 16th arrondissement of Paris, across the Seine from the Eiffel Tower. It has probably the best view of the magnificent Eiffel Tower. Here you will be able to catch triathlons, race walk, and road cycling with the backdrop of Eiffel Tower. The closest metro station is Trocadéro on Line 6 and Line 9. The station opened on October 2, 1900 as a branch of Line 1 from Étoile to Trocadéro. Jardin de Trocadéro and the Seine River. Trocadéro and the Seine will take the stage and play a main role at the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics. The parade of athletes will be held on the Seine, with boats for each national delegation. Wending their way from east to west, over 10,000 athletes will cross through the center of Paris on the Seine. The parade will come to the end of a 6-kilometer route in front of the Trocadéro. The remaining elements of the Olympic protocol and shows will take place in front of the Trocadéro with the Eiffel Tower on its background. So it's kind of hard to tell you which metro station is the closest, because there are more than a few stations along the Seine and it depends on where you are planning to see the parade from. I hope I gave you an idea of the locations of the 10 important and beautiful Olympic venues in Paris. Enjoy the excitement and magical atmosphere of the grand event. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you again next week. Please subscribe if you want to see more of my weekly videos. Thanks for watching.